Hello and welcome to TTV News broadcast on Tay Ninh newspaper and radio television with some latest event in Tay Ninh province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the working trip to South Korea, the delegation from Tay Ninh province paid a visit and have working sessions with the Busan Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This is an important opportunity for the two localities and businesses from both countries to strengthen exchanges and promote substantive cooperation.
Currently, the South Korean businesses investing in Tay Ninh have been making the significant contribution to the province's export growth, orienting creating the trade surpluses and promoting the sustainable socio-economic development. And to lay the foundation for national development, Tay Ninh is focusing resources on building a synchronized infrastructure system to connect industrial parks and clusters and logistics centers with international seaports and the key border gates. And it is a crucial premise for the province to attract a new wave of higher quality investment, especially from the South Korean investors. Mr. Duc Hue, Executive Vice President of Busan Chambers of Commerce and Industry, stated that the chamber will strengthen economic cooperation with Vietnam in the fields related to the sea logistics and oceanography. Additionally, they will continue to direct investment into other sectors such as automobile manufacturing, electronic components, and support industry, aiming to contribute to the development of Vietnam's key industrial sectors. On this occasion, the delegation also paid a courtesy visit and held discussions with Mr. Lee Chung-seong, Vice Mayor of Busan. And during the meeting with the leaders from the three provinces of Tay Ninh, Quảng Trị, and Nghệ An, the Vice Mayor expressed that Busan will create opportunities for all parties to exchange and share visions, build the ideas, and explore cooperation possibilities. He also emphasized the facilitating business investment and trade cooperation in a more substantive and effective manner. And this contributes to concretizing the action plan for implementing the comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries.
Ladies and gentlemen, alongside efforts to meet state budget revenue targets, Tay Ninh Province People Committee has also been focused on implementing a range of solutions to remove difficulties, support businesses, and promote production and business activities.
Specifically, in September, the Provincial People's Committee continued assigning the Department of Finance to coordinate with relevant units to promptly adjust the provincial planning, proactively address barriers to investment and business activities, implement solutions to improve the business environment, and enhance the province's competitiveness. It also tasked relevant departments with monitoring progress and proposing timely solutions to remove obstacles in key projects, while accelerating investment promotion and support. The Provincial People's Committee also requested departments, agencies, and localities to continue leveraging the department and sector competitiveness index to raise the quality of major governance indicators such as PCI, BGI, PAPI, PAR Index, and CPAS. At the same time, the province is placing emphasis on arresting delay of budget projects, pushing for early commencement and operation, creating new momentum for socio-economic development.
Recognizing public investment disbursement as a key driver for economic growth in 2025 was a period of urgency and determination. The Provincial Party Committee and People Committee of Tay Ninh have issued strong directives and conducted regular inspection of project process, working directly with the project owner to resolve difficulties, especially in key projects, national work, and inter-regional initiatives.
And today, Tay Ninh has allocated over 16,600 billion Vietnam dong, including the full allocation of 16,164 billion Vietnam dong assigned by the Prime Minister. According to estimates from the Ministry of Finance, as of August of 2025, the province's disbursement rate has reached over 54% of the plan, ranking the 9 out of 34 provinces cities and 14 out of 76 project owners nationwide. And this result is higher than the national average and reflects the province's strong strong commitment to removing bottlenecks and accelerating progress. In the coming periods, TayNinhTV will continue to issue the decisive directives focusing on clearing procedural and land-related obstacles and expediting construction progress. The goal is to complete 100% of the 2025 Public Investment Capital Plan, writing a vital driving force for sustainable socio-economic growth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Japan's ER markets with high demand for imports and consumption of products in which TayNinhTV has strength, especially agricultural products and processed goods. Moreover, Japan ranks fourth in the number of projects and investment capital in the province, with 173 FDI projects totaling over $1.2 billion, reflecting an increasingly close cooperative relationship between the two sides. This is a very favorable factor for TayNinhTV to continue promoting export to these markets.
To leverage the great potential of the Japanese market, TayNinhTV businesses need to focus on improving product quality and complying with international standards such as HACCP, ISO, and Global Gap. At the same time, linking products with growing regions and geographical indicators will help agricultural products become distinctive and easily recognizable in the Japanese market. Japan is a very reputable market, and once a contract is signed, the prices will not change, nor will they seek other partners. If you have the license to enter the Japanese market, it's like having a passport that allows you to freely access other places. Thanks to support from the local government in trade promotion and import-export connections, TayNinhTV enterprises can easily approach partners and expand exports to the Japanese market. In fact, many provincial companies have already achieved initial success through cooperation with corporations from this country. Aerontop Europe has cooperated with businesses in TayNinhTV for exporting agricultural products since 7 years ago, including dragon fruit and bananas. In the future, we hope to develop our own markets outside Japan, such as Hong Kong, China, and Cambodia. Specifically, dragon fruit export doubled last year compared to previous years, so I hope this agricultural development is just the beginning and all the products from TayNinhTV will be developed further. With advantages in key products, international cooperation experience, and the accompaniment of the local government, TayNinhTV businesses face great opportunities to expand their market into Japan while affirming the province's status and position on the global economic cooperation map. The Province Committee of TayNinhTV Province has just issued a plan to implement measures aimed at ensuring that the role of Sector 1, which includes agriculture, forestry, and fisheries, reach 4.3% or higher in 2025. Accordingly, the province will focus on promoting high-tech agriculture, restructuring crop production towards higher value added, and developing concentrated production zones aligned with market demand. The target is to achieve over 4.30 million tons of rice, with high-quality rice accounting for more than 70% of total output. Specific targets have also been set for several key local products such as cassava, rubber, and dragon fruit. In terms of livestock, the province aims to develop sector in an industrial and semi-industrial direction, applying high technology integrated with processing activities. The plan also includes solutions such as capital support, irrigation infrastructure development, and administrative procedure reform to create a favorable environment for businesses and farmers to develop sustainable agricultural production.
As of this September, the state budget revenue in TayNinhTV province has reached nearly 37,000 billion Vietnam dong, equivalent to 99% of the target set by the central government, and with the impressive growth compared to the same period last year and several revenue streams exceeding the planned targets, TayNinhTV is now approaching the finish line for its 2025 budget revenue goal. And this achievement is the result of coordinated efforts from all levels of government, departments, and local authorities in implementing effective revenue expenditure measures and fully leveraging the economic resources. And the Principal People's Committee is currently directing departments and localities to accelerate the rollout of budget revenue solutions while also intensifying the tax loss prevention efforts to ensure that the 2025 revenue target is fully met or even surpassed. And with a strong broad momentum and determined leadership at all levels, Tay Ninh is now very close to completing the 2025 state budget revenue target.
Turn to other news. The audience, after several consecutive months of delay, Vietnam's fruit and vegetable export to China are now gradually recovering.
Custom data shows that in August, Vietnam exported more than $670 million worth of fruits and vegetables to China, up over 40% from the previous month and 50% compared to the same period last year. In total, during the first 8 months of the year, China imported nearly $2.8 billion of Vietnamese fruits and vegetables. This recovery follows a challenging first half of the year, during which China simultaneously tightened food safety and traceability standards. Regulations regarding pesticide residues, heavy metal, aramine ore, and cadmium caused many shipments to be delayed. Since July, China has further imposed a maximum sulfur dioxide limit of 50 parts per million on rice fruits, adding more pressure on exporters in the region. According to the Vietnam Fruit and Vegetable Association, Vietnam can significantly increase its market share in China if it maintains strict food safety controls. With the recovery trend since from the third quarter, both businesses and the association are hopeful that fruit and vegetable export revenue in 2025 could exceed $7 billion.
Ladies and gentlemen, following the successful third-party Congress of Duc Hue, the local party committee and government have swiftly begun implementing key targets and breakthrough initiatives set forth in the resolution. This reflects their strong determination to turn the resolution into realities and lays a solid foundation for a dynamic and transformative new term.
The first Congress of the Duc Hue Communal Party Committee outlined for 16 core targets for the party building and the socio-economic development. Among them, the two major goals stand out: achieving new rural development standards and rising per capita income to 90 million Vietnam dong per year by 2030. And these are not just the numbers; they serve as a guiding principle for all action taken by the political system and reflect the aspirations of the local people. I hope that in the coming time, the party committee and the government of Duc Hue will pay even more attention to practical results, such as creating the jobs locally and helping the people access science and technology, so their lives can improve. Facing post-merger infrastructure challenges, Duc Hue is focusing heavily on solving the transportation issues. The goal is to pave over 75% of roads by 2030 to enhance connectivity and promote the local economy. And notably, the commune is currently conducting the surveys to launch two key projects: the bridge over the Duc Hue Canal and land leveling for the new administrative center, both considered the major drivers for local development. The commune has developed a medium-term investment plan, prioritizing roads that ensure the inter-regional connectivity to facilitate investment and development. In addition to state funding, we are also mobilizing on potential resources, especially from the people where the people now discuss to supervise and benefit also. The Duc Hue vision goes beyond infrastructure. The commune is developing programs and projects for the modern, efficient economic development to ensure that the resolution quickly translates into the real outcomes. The party standing committee has clearly assigned the task with defined responsibility and expected results, aiming to fully unlock the commune's potentials and advantages to create the breakthroughs. With a strong political will, close leadership from the party committee, and unity among the people and businesses, the party executive committee firmly believes we will successfully fulfill the key objectives and projects set for the first time of 2025 to 2030, contributing to building a more prosperous, civilized, and compassionate homeland. Alongside its agricultural strength, Duc Hue in this new phase focus on improving the investment and business environment to develop the industrial sector. A step and every decision, even in the early days of the new term, reflect the urgency and enthusiasm of the Duc Hue Party Committee and government, worthy of the trust and expectations of the people. And after more than 2 months of implementing the two-level local government model, the Public Administrative Service Center of Thanh Hóa Commune has introduced several measures to improve the efficiency and shorten the processing time of administrative procedures, especially in the land sector. According to statistics, the center receives about 30 land-related administrative applications daily, accounting for over 50% of all transactions at the commune level. As a result, the center actively coordinates with the Thanh Hóa Land Registration Office branch and the tax department to streamline processing, reducing the delays and avoiding overdue cases. And to date, the center has received nearly 1,000 land-related administrative cases with a proactive attitude and attentive guidance and a clear explanations of any issues. The majority of applications have been handled promptly and efficiently. Efficient and transparent handling of land-related administrative procedures not only creates the convenience for citizens and businesses and improves the investment environment, but also reaffirms the commitment to building a service-oriented administration where citizen satisfaction is the measure of success.
Tay Ninh is known as a land rich in historical and cultural traditions. In recent times, Tay Ninh Provincial Museum has continuously made efforts to bring heritage values closer to the public. Many exhibitions and introduction activities have been carried out, contributing to promoting the value of local heritage. The museum is currently managing a vast collection of artifacts consisting of more than 37,300 items and 2 national treasures. In addition, the museum is also responsible for managing 3 historical relic sites and 1 monument park, including the Provincial Revolutionary Historical Site, the Duc Hue Crossroad Historical Site, the base of the Southern Party Committee, and Administrative Resistance Committee. The Long An Monument Park, symbolizing resilience and the people's fight against invaders. In the past 9 months, the museum has organized exhibitions and welcomed over 270 groups with more than 29,000 tons of visitors to its exhibition hall and the historical cultural relic sites under its management. At the same time, the unit has implemented 19 exhibitions, both on-site and mobile, attracting more than 13,500 tons of visitors to explore and learn.
Tyrian, along with the whole country, Tay Ninh province is pushing forward administrative reform and modernizing its public service system. Among these efforts, developing and encouraging people to use online public service is considered a key priority. On these journeys, the young volunteers in their iconic blue shirts have become the pioneering force, leading effort to raise awareness and digital skills among the people.
Noticing that many residents are eligible to use online public services, still prefer the traditional paper-based application method due to concerns about personal data leakage and the perceived complexity of online procedures. The Ho Chi Minh City, the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union of Bình Minh World has determined that synchronized practical solutions are needed. Accordingly, the unit flexibly combines raising awareness of the benefits of online public services with organizing volunteer teams stationed at the West Public Administrative Service Center to directly guide and assist people with digital skills. In recent times, the West Youth Union has established a digital volunteer team stationed at the Bình Minh Public Administrative Service Center to help residents submit online applications more conveniently and readily from long-term usage habits. Thanks to the dedicated and approachable guidance from youth union members, many people visiting the center to complete administrative procedures have gradually changed their mindset and are now willing to try and use online public services. I came here to handle land-related administrative procedures. Some youth union members assisted me quickly. I now understand the process. I've completed my work and I see that they also help other people very well. Next time I will try to do it online and see how it goes. Since the two-level local government model began operating, Binmin World has received and processed more than 1,600 administrative procedure applications with an on-time resolution rate of over 90%. The locality is also among the top in the province in the number of online submissions. With persistent efforts and good practices, the youth of Binmin continue to be a strong bridge, bringing digital government services closer to the people, contributing to building a more civilized and modern Tay Ninh province.
And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.